We do have with us Nissan Joseph, who's Chief Executive Officer at Metro Brands, joining us now. Thanks a lot, Nissan, for joining in. Just wanted to understand, the third quarter that is almost ending right now. How has that been for you? The first half of the quarter had the festive season. At what rate did that grow? And thereafter, have you seen any sort of withering away of demand as brokers are pointing out through their channel checks?
Well, I think what's interesting about this quarter is that we finally lapped all the COVID closures that we had in the past couple of years. While we did lap it, the stores came online at a different pace. High streets came on faster than malls last year. But the good news is we've lapped all of that. So now we're able to look at our business and understand the true demand trends that exist. That lapping also includes the fact that there was some pent-up buying. That pent-up buying last year was fungible, so it didn't go on forever. Thankfully, we didn't have any stimuluses or other impetus that were put into the business that we needed to offset. Our demand continues to stay robust. We see it on trajectory with how we projected our business. There is, of course, the spikes that come with the wedding season, and there's also slight decline when the wedding season tapers off, as it is doing right now. But these are all planned and baked into the way we planned our sales. So we're quite pleased to see that the quarter, as we lap both the pent-up demand from last year, but equally, there are some other pressures on discretionary income this year. Travel has opened up considerably, so people are traveling quite a bit. So while there's some competition for the discretionary dollar or the discretionary rupee, there's also a lot of demand and people are buying and spending money, and we're pleased to see that.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what the contribution of premium products have been to your portfolio. What is the kind of target that you're looking at? I think you were talking about how the biggest growth comes in from the 3,000 rupee, the over 3,000 rupee price range. So what has the contribution been and what will the impact be on your operational performance?
Yeah, so thankfully, Sonia, we don't play much in the lower segment of the business. We play to a mid to premium market. And we're seeing demand continue to remain robust there. Most of our gains are coming from the plus 3,000 range. We see that as India starts to grow in incomes of the middle-class family, the discretionary income starts to become a little bit more of a nature that they want to spend on better things for themselves. And we're pleased to see that continue. We anticipate that our growth north of the 3,000 rupee mark will continue to stay strong and robust.
All right, Nissan, hi, good morning. So, so the pace, the momentum is as strong as it was. You're saying no change at all for 3,000 plus category at all.
So Prashant, if you look at it from a comp nature, you're going to see it not stay as strong because last year we were comping no sales from the year before. Now we finally started comping some true numbers. And it's exciting for a retailer to get back to business as normal, which also means that you're not going to see 20, 30% gains over last year. But the gain over the pre-COVID season, the gain even over last year, continues to stay very much in line with what we expected to see as we had one of our better wedding seasons, as we've also had a festive season in Q3. So we don't anticipate that there would be any surprises for us in this quarter.
Right. What kind of sense do you have with regards to some of your recent additions? I mean, you went ahead and bought the Fila portfolio from Cravatex. The last year they did revenues of almost 156 odd crores, of course, on a much smaller store base. How big do you think you can scale this business up to? Have you made any initial calculations of the synergies, etc., as well?
Yeah. So speaking to the premium range, I also want to add that, our flip-flop sales continue to perform very well. So we're quite pleased to see that products north of 6,000 rupees are also selling well. The Fila acquisition is a long-term play. It's a multi-decade agreement. And as everything we do at Metro Brands, it has a real long-term perspective on it. We fully anticipate to be able to take advantage of the trend towards sports and healthcare in India. We take advantage of the fact that it's been a white space for us in our portfolio of brands. So there's a lot of things that help us gain momentum as we're able to launch Fila the right way back into the country and become an aspirational brand for Indians that seek sports and fashion, lifestyle, apparel and footwear.
Can you give us some numbers, Mr. Joseph? I mean, on an average, the run rate that you're clocking in right now is about 500 crores per quarter. And it's been a good growth of 50% year on year. Is that something that you can sustain in the second half of the year as well, 500 crores per quarter, or can you do much better than that?
Well, I think, it's hard to give future-looking guidance, Sonia, as we try not to do. But on the flip side, I think that we have a plan in place that maintains that we will continue to see growth in excess of inflation in our like-for-like performance. And of course, you can add on our new store growth. The 50% numbers are not going to be sustainable simply because that was a fake number against a pre-COVID during a COVID period of time. But I also think that if all the indications we're seeing is that the demand continues to be pretty robust for premium products in the Indian landscape.
All right. And finally, before we let you go, I'm personally quite interested in what your minority investment, Theli, is doing. I mean, what's their monthly run rate at right now? What are your plans with this business?
We're very excited about Theli from the standpoint that it is a strong effort into sustainability. And that's something Metro Brands is very committed to. And the thing we really liked about Theli was their ability to take plastic bags and recycle them and use them into footwear. To us, it is not a question about whether Theli has X amount of crores in its war chest or in its capabilities of sales, but the fact that we're able to start building sustainability features and sustainability processes into the footwear space. To us, that's the bigger excitement that we bring sustainability to footwear and we support it, and that's how we look at Theli.
All right. Nissan, thank you so much for joining in. Wish you, your team, a very happy new year. But, Sonia, Prashant, this one, you all should know about Theli. Basically,